coming strong here on the outside of Troy Horbati, trying to battle him for the second spot as they'll work up into the Arctic Cat corner. Looks like Troy's going to drop in ahead of Keaton and take over the number 2 spot, but Keaton tries to come back on the outside.
Beautiful start for the 195. Keaton Ward about bar to bar now with Troy Horbati, just behind the number 1 numero uno, that is Jesse Kirchmeier, and just behind them, birthday boy this week, 142, that is Troy Weekly.
Now look at that. That is like watching formation riding there between Horbati and Keaton Ward. And Horbati goes inside, out, up, back end squirrels on him a little bit. Keaton comes back as they'll head down the straightaway here toward the Amsoil finish line, Chuck. Kirchmeier's boogied out to a 2.5 here, but this is a good battle for second here.
He has Keaton Ward, who was consistently finishing second overall, second in his motos earlier on in the season, and it's not like he's fallen back. Troy Horbati has just really stepped up his game, but Keaton Ward, he is hungry to rally back here and capture a second in this second moto.
And there's 3 different manufacturers being represented here because the leader, Kirchmeier, is on a KTM. Second place, Horbati is on a Kawasaki. Third place, Ward, that's a Husqvarna.
That's right, your top 2 runners in this one, of course, on the timber sled kits attached to those bikes. Also have some Yeti Snow MXs up in the mix there. Jesse Kirchmeier switched over to timber sled these last 2 seasons, and of course, he came away last year with the championship, carrying that number 1 plate into this season. He's able to make it back-to-back for showtime.
Now work his way back into the Ram Trucks rhythm section. That's Janice Brown, who is ahead of him. Janice riding as a pro light rider along with Stephen Max. They are both competing here with the pro snow bike racers. Kirchmeier will go through on the inside. You see the blue flag there to indicate to riders at the back of the field, hold your line. The leaders are coming. Kirchmeier back in the clear here as he'll come back through the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section.
Now, it was really good to see Janice Brown. She was out here last weekend. Of course, she races a snowmobile also, but stepping it up for the pro light snow bike division. Great to see another woman in the field here alongside Jackie Reese. Jackie currently sitting 7th on the field.
There is a look at Jackie. And again, Operation Vet Now working with Jackie. And there are 8 stickers, 4 on each side of Jackie's helmet, as a tribute to the 8 women who are being honored.
We have a change for the lead. It appears that the 157 Troy Horbati has taken over the point, hoping to confirm here, but putting together great laps for the 157.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled here to see what happened to the cowboy Jesse Kirchmeier, and now our crew is on it. This is going into the Ram Trucks rhythm section. Oof! Off-track excursion for Jesse. Now, what does that mean? That means that if Horbati wins, he was second in the first moto, and we're going to have a repeat of what happened 1 round ago, where it's going to come to a tiebreaker. It'll be the finish in the final moto. So if Horbati wins the moto, Horbati wins the overall.
Jesse Kirchmeier currently sitting 4th. He's working his way forward, but is it going to be enough for a podium finish?
And Kirchmeier is just tearing through the field, trying to pick up as much real estate as he can, but we are on the final lap. And the leaders coming down here to the Amsoil finish line, so the checkers will fly here. And it looks like Troy Horbati has once again pulled an overall by virtue of his second moto finish. Keaton Ward is going to come away with the number 2 spot. And the question now is whether Kirchmeier is going to be able to snag 3rd here at the finish. As Horbati enjoys the little victory lap, Kirchmeier finishes 3rd. So we'll have to do a little figuring, a little math will be done here by our great scoring staff, and we'll